Hey there. In this video, we're going to take a look at some of the index funds that are available out there. Now, there's a long list of index funds. So, we're going to take just a small subset of those. Ones that pick my interest, I put them together and we'll just see, what they are, what sectors they come under, what are the kinds of companies slash securities that some of them encompass. Some of these funds or most of them have a long list of companies, obviously. So we just take the top 5 or 10 companies and then see what those companies are in that sector. And also, we'll get a sense of the country exposure, right? Exposure to the countries. In other words, which countries those companies actually are headquartered in, more so than headquartered, the countries that they cater to, essentially, right? So, where the revenue comes from for the most part. So, we'll see. This will be interesting. Again, I'm not a financial advisor and I don't claim to be one. So this is purely for entertainment purposes. That's the disclaimer. But hopefully, some of this is as interesting to you as I know it's going to be to me. And just as some to add some context, I am familiar with some of these index funds, which is a small number of these, but not all of them. Certainly not. I just picked the ones that seem to pick my interest, and I figured it'll be worthwhile to have a conversation or a monologue about it. So without further ado, let's get started and we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to use as many tools as I possibly can to expedite this process of sharing these with you. And let's see how long it takes. The first category is broad market and core indexes. There are 6 of them in this category: SPY, VOO, the ticker symbol, VTI, VTSAX, IWM, QQQ. These are the 6 we're going to look at. So SPY, it tracks the S&P 500, represents large cap US companies across all major sectors. VOO is a Vanguard ETF. Again, it's slow. It's similar to, I think it tracks something similar to the S&P 500. So it's got similar exposure, but it says here that it's got lower expense ratios. We'll see what those numbers are. And expense ratios, again, are, from my understanding, when you buy these index funds, you have to pay a fee. And if you purchase the fund and you keep that investment, say, for the whole year, you're going to pay a certain fee towards that, to that company. And that's not something you would pay when you buy a security directly. Let's say if you're buying Nvidia directly, as opposed to buying Nvidia as one of the companies, which I'm sure is under QQQ, you wouldn't be paying a fee to Nvidia because you're bearing all the risk of that investment, right? If it goes up, great. If it doesn't go up, or if it goes down, you take the losses if you end up realizing those losses. The index funds give you some element of protection, if you will, if that's the right word, because they don't have one, but they track a number of companies in that sector. So if one company didn't do so well, but the other ones did well, you'll still be all right. And because they take the time to do the research and come up with a list of these companies that each of these funds should comprise of, they surely charge you a fee. And these funds, I don't know how frequently I don't know how frequently they change the underlying companies in each of these funds, but it does happen every so often. And when it does happen, you see that the stock price is a reflection of that, right? Like, for instance, I think Datadog got added to, I know it was like 6 months ago. I want to make sure, let me see where Datadog gets added to. Is it the S&P? Oops. Dog added to S&P. Yep, it was added to S&P on July 9th, and we look at the price at that time. Actually, you know what? Sometimes, when I intend to come back, I never get a chance or an opportunity to do that. So let's do it this way, because some of this research you can obviously do offline. I'm going to add my 2 cents in value to content that I've been able to pull up from a few different places. So it's at around July, right? So if you look at the 1 year time frame, and you look at July, I think it was July 5th, maybe around here. Yeah, I think it's around here. When the news came out, so it was $132, $35, or I think it was $135 on July 2nd, and then July 3rd, it went up to $155, right? So that's $23 on 135. So